This is a nostalgic video because I know you guys remember when I used to do haircut tutorial videos back in the day, like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was still cutting my hair. I'm still cutting my hair to this day, and it's been one of the greatest investments that I've ever made in my life in learning that skill. So this video, I want to break down how I give myself haircuts and the importance of being able to cut your own hair. I got two new products today from the Cut Buddy. I got the Buzz Buddy, which is a smaller clipper, and the Mini Buddy is going to be the trimmer. So the trimmer gives the lineup, the Buzz Buddy gives the actual cut. I've never used these clippers before, I just got them today. What I noticed about the clipper is it has a rotational guard, I guess you could say, so you could rotate it, you could flip it around. I'm not sure if I'm going to experiment with that because I've never used these yet and I just know how to cut hair normally. I don't think it'll be a problem though, as long as I have the guard on, it should be fine. This is what you get when you order the Trim Buddy. You have the trimmer itself, you have 4 guards, and you could see how this fits perfectly in my hand. I used to use the Cut Buddy trimmer and it was much slimmer and longer, but this one fits perfectly in my hand and you can hear the quality. So it has a turbo mode and it has a regular mode. Turbo is when you really want to line yourself up. Then we have the actual clipper itself. That brush comb you see right there works so well. It comes with guards and it has a left side angle guard and a right side angle guard. So it's easier for you to basically taper and fade specific sides of your head. And I'll show you guys how to use that later on in the video. You can click and rotate the guard itself and it clicks into position so it doesn't rotate as you're cutting. It's a pretty quiet machine and it doesn't make too much noise. All right, you guys, so I want to give you a walkthrough of what it's like cutting my hair. It's been a long time since I've done this video with you guys. It's been literally years. But when you give yourself haircuts, you have the ability to stay fresh 24/7. So I think I've been cutting my hair for, it's been maybe 15 years. Like I was thinking about it earlier. I'm like, I was probably 17. I'm 32 now. So damn near 15 years where I've been able to continuously look fresh. The good thing about cutting hair and cutting your own hair is there's no excuse. There is no reason for you to wake up, look in the mirror and say, yo, I need a haircut. Because you have the ability to give yourself that cut at any given moment. So let's say my barber is busy, I can give myself a haircut. Let's say I have a last minute event or I have something I gotta do and I need to look fresh, I can go give myself a cut. And I admit, when I first started cutting my hair, I was trash. Like we are all bad at things when we first start out. And that's obvious. Like we shouldn't even be too hard on ourselves about that because do you expect to be good at it? Do you expect to pick up a set of clippers, cut your hair, and then all of a sudden you're like a pro? There's no way. I messed up my hair countless times. I remember when I first did my lineup in high school. So I used to go to my mom's salon. I never went to a barbershop. They would give me a 2 against the grain all over, but at the front, they would leave a flip. And then it got to a point one day where I'm in high school now, so I can't have a haircut like that. I said, you know what, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna do myself a proper cut. I went and got my hair cut and I told them cut off the flip. So they went 2 all over, but they didn't give me a lineup because she couldn't do a lineup. This is a salon. I went home, I gave myself that lineup. Bro, my lineup went back. Like the edges were straight, but in the middle, it was pushed back. I went to school the next day and solo cuts. He's still my barber to this day. Bro, he absolutely killed me. Like I never had someone laugh at me as bad as he laughed at me. Like it was hysterical. You know what? And that's when I realized, okay, I need to start going to a barber shop. And I started going to a barber shop, and I think I had waves at this point, but they would still cut off all my waves. I need to cut my own hair. When I started taking waves seriously, I said, look, I need to wolf a certain amount of time. I always need to have a lineup. I need to make sure things are trimmed. A lot of barbers at the time, they don't know how to cut waves because waves weren't as popular as they are now. So once I got scalped a few times from barbers, I'm like, look, I gotta start this, man. I started cutting my own hair and I was able to take my waves to the next level because I'm able to maintain my wolf. I'm able to cut my hair according to what my waves need. And from that moment forward, my life changed because now every week I give myself a haircut. I'm not even gonna try and do the math right now, but if I give myself a haircut every week, there's 52 weeks in a year. So if my haircut costs $10, I'm not gonna do the math, but let's say it costs $10 a week for getting a lineup. 52 weeks, that's $520 a year that I'm saving from cutting my own hair. And mind you, it's not $10, it's like 50. So, and then I've been doing this for 15 years. So I should actually probably try and calculate how much money I save by doing my own haircut. But let's get back into this video. The Cut Buddy trimmer, I think it's called the Mini Buddy or the Mini Trimmer. I don't know what the exact name is. I was very impressed with that. So clippers and trimmers, I'm very skeptical about it because at the end of the day, it's just a machine. You know, I've used good trimmers and I've used bad trimmers. And your hair clipper really determines the type of haircut you're going to get. I've used poor equipment in the past and my haircut is mediocre. I've used good equipment and my haircut is proper. So whenever I use new trimmers or new products, I'm very skeptical and I'm open-minded. When I use this, I was very impressed. If you look back in the beginning of this video or when I started giving my lineup, I was like, oh, this thing hits, yeah. I was very impressed. It's very small how it fits in my hand, and I prefer that because you can see I'm barely holding on to it. I'm using like my fingers to hold it. And I travel a lot as well. So if I'm traveling, I wanna be able to just put my trimmer in the bag, my clipper in the bag, and I can give myself a cut whenever. The clippers and the trimmers that I have now, they're kind of bulky. Well, they're not, well, compared to the Cut Buddy versions, they're bulky. So I'm skeptical when I use small trimmers, but this one was very impressive. When I was giving myself the taper, I didn't know which side to use the guard because they have the special guards where, you know, it's on an angle. So in this video, I used it the wrong way. I should have used the other guard that I was tapering, and it would have worked out much better, but that was my first time using this anyways. Other than that, when I give myself lineups and haircuts, I think the best tip that I can give you is I never try and make it perfect. When I try and give myself a perfect haircut, that's a surefire way for you to mess up. I've always tried to give myself a haircut that's good enough. Many times I've tried to perfect it. When I'm doing that, bro, you're gonna be lining up forever. And then one little mistake, if you push it back a little bit here, but now it's perfect, now you have to push everything back to keep it all lined up. So it's a disaster. When I give haircuts, I just keep it, I make sure it's good enough. And if I want a perfect cut, I'm going to my barber. So this is the end of the cut here pretty much. It took me 45 minutes. It doesn't take me too long to give myself cuts now. And then I had to give myself the razor. As you can see, I'm not really cutting my hair. Because my hair is always maintained, I'm not pushing it back. I'm just trimming the edges to make sure that everything looks lined up. And cutting my hair changed my life, man. I tried to tell people 15 years ago, start cutting your own hair. Some people have, some people haven't. Hey man, I don't know what to tell you. I think you should still start today if you have the opportunity. So I give myself cuts like this all the time. Post-shave treatment after you give yourself the lineup. This burns, but afterwards, I look in the mirror, my face is glowing, there's no bumps, there's no nothing. So honestly, shout out to the Cut Buddy. I'm very satisfied with the trimmer and I'm very satisfied with the clipper, and I'm gonna be using these in my rotation. I think these will definitely be my travel clippers and travel trimmers because it's very small, doesn't really make a lot of noise, and it's very light as well. So shout out to the Cut Buddy. I'm very satisfied with the product. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is, you know, we're going back in the day. Nick Wavy haircut. Make sure you guys like the video, post a comment if there's any ideas that you want me to discuss. Hit the subscribe button and go to thecutbuddy.com to pick up these items. I don't even know if they've released yet, but when they do, stay tuned and pick these up because my favorite is a trimmer for sure. Very compact, very small, and it hits. And that's very important. And there was zero gap too when I got them. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you on the next one.